You don't like being surprised?
I like being surprised.
You do? Surprise. We're on.
You do this every time.
then
And
I
that
do my
laugh.
crazy then I do my crazy laugh.
Because you are crazy.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
We are
What day is it?
live.
It's Wednesday.
You're acting like you just woke up.
Well,
Rubbing your eyes like
yeah, I wasn't feeling great yesterday, but I'm feeling better today, but
that's good.
yeah, I've just been tired.
Yeah, you need to wake up.
I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready for a new season. I think I'm ready for summer to end.
Yeah? You're ready
Yeah.
for summer to end
I
and
think the heat
fall to begin?
The heat just like after a while you're kind of like, okay, I really want a different vibe. I want it to be cooler out. I want to wear the sweaters. I want the fires.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready for fall.
Yeah. And one of
I'm
our
ready.
favorite things, we do a lot of like fires outside.
Yep.
And we have wine. We have our red wine outside by the fire and do the s'mores with the kids. And
ooh, which I saw a new way to do s'mores.
What?
I think it was on TikTok.
Tell me, what is it?
So you get waffle cones
Mm-hmm.
and you stick the chocolate and the marshmallows in a waffle cone.
Okay.
Then you wrap the waffle cone in foil.
Yeah.
And you put that over the fire. So it's like a s'mores because you're getting the elements, but they all melt in the waffle cone.
Interesting.
And then you just eat it like an ice cream cone, but it's a s'mores. Ice cream and chocolate
I'll
in the
try
waffle
that.
cone. It looked really good, and everybody was like, mind blown. Like, that's an awesome way to do s'mores.
I wonder if it's actually good, though.
Hell yeah.
That's the thing
good.
on TikTok. The thing on TikTok sometimes is everyone's like, mind blown. And then you're like, you try it. You're
How
like,
could it not be good?
It sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, it's marshmallows and chocolate.
Yeah.
With
I'm
a
just saying,
waffle
like, I think
cone.
everyone trusts in TikTok a little bit too much.
Yeah,
sometimes.
but some of that stuff, like the balsamic whatever drink that was, where you make a Coca-Cola-ish type drink, that was kind of like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah,
but a waffle cone with marshmallows and chocolate,
people were making Coca. What? No, they put balsamic. What is it?
Balsamic vinegar with sparkling water.
Yeah, they said
or
it tasted
something
like
that.
Coca-Cola.
I don't know. I wouldn't buy it.
Looked disgusting.
No, I didn't even. No.
Yeah, but people.
That's one of those that looks crazy.
I don't know.
But
anyway,
some of them look pretty good.
back to fall though. What's your favorite wine when it comes to that time?
All of them.
Yeah. Do you feel reds more though? Don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like reds when it's
I
cooler
also
out.
drink white, but
yeah, but we definitely like reds by the fire.
Yeah, we were talking about how we really want to have people over for like Halloween and hand out candy in our front yard with wine.
Yeah, have a bonfire and just have a bunch of people hanging out in the front lawn, and people can come, and
yeah,
we'll have a costume party.
Yep.
Maybe the best costume gets a bottle of wine or something.
Ooh, good idea.
You know?
Yeah. Well,
yeah. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be really fun.
I can't wait for fall though.
Me too. I don't know. This summer's just been so hot. It's just been so hot. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, we've been so busy too, and a lot going on, but I'm just ready for a little slower pace and cooler weather. And
yeah, and we haven't said everything that's been going on, but it's been a hard year for us. I mean, we talked about our dog passing away, but we've had other personal things with our family and job situations, and it's just like, this has honestly, I think, been just a very hard year.
Yeah.
Like overall, and just getting through it together. And
2022 has kicked our ass a little bit.
It has, like, harder than 2020. I mean, even harder than all the COVID stuff. Like, this year's been
2022 has definitely been the hardest on us so far. So we've had to stay strong and encourage each other, and we've cried and been angry and all the other emotions that come along with real life happening. But
yeah,
what'd you make that face for?
I think I drank that wrong. It was just weird.
Talking about pissed off, or like you just had this look on your face.
I don't know. It like went down weird. Anyway, let's talk about what we're drinking today.
Oh man, we are drinking.
I'm gonna pour a little more.
Good, clean wine.
Yeah, and we talked about this in a previous podcast where we interviewed Elle from Waterhouse Provisions. She's got a wine shop down in 30A, very close to where is it? Where's the closest location to it?
No, it's in it's between Seaside and Alice Beach.
Seaside and Alice Beach.
Yeah. And it's Waterhouse Provisions and Bottle
Yes.
Shop.
And I think one of the interesting things, there's so many wines out there that are trying to say they're clean or say they are, I don't know, like they're gimmicky talking about how like there's no sugar in their wine, no sulfites, like they're trying to have this um it's a marketing thing. And Elle, she actually really, the clean wine, her saying good clean wine, she was put that on her labels before this whole thing was like a gimmick, and it's
Mhm.
actually clean wine. Like it literally is sustainably farmed, organic. Like she's looking to find the places that are using all the best methods to create and curate the wine. And her wine really is good, clean wine. It's not a
Yeah, even on the
gimmick.
bottle, it says good, and it talks about how good it is, clean, how clean it is, and just with it being wine, what that means. So, on their website, though, it says minimal intervention, biodynamic and organic farming practices, made in Italy, no added sulfites or sugar, vegan friendly, and no dye, coloring, or artificial flavors. So, as we all know, these a lot of wine labels and wines can have up to, like, I don't know, it's like over 100 additives added without even putting them on the bottle. So
Yeah,
you
and
can get a lot of crap in your wine.
yeah, I mean sulfites and all that. That's gonna happen in most wine.
Well, a lot of people are adding
They're
extra
adding extra.
sulfites.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So
But
naturally it has
but
sulfites,
we've
but
talked about that before too, that it's kind of a misconception that a lot of people think that they're allergic to sulfites and all this, and a lot of the times it's really the histamines in the wine, or it could be that yeah, you're drinking a wine that has a ton of additives to it.
totally.
That could be what the other thing that's bothering you. And sometimes that happens a lot with some companies that are mass producing their wine, and they want a product to always be the same. They want the same color, they want the same exact taste. And if they want it to be the same every year, then they have to manipulate it more, because wine and just like, the food that's produced, grapes change every year depending on the weather,
Hmm.
depending on, there's so many factors that can actually make wine be very hard to taste exactly the same from year to year.
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature, yeah. And so it's actually, one vintage, you'll have a 2016, and then the 2018, you're like, oh, this is totally different. Well, that's because a lot of things can change over the year, and you're not going to yield the exact same product. So if it's always consistently tasting exactly the same, I would kind of, I don't know, I'd make sure that it's, they're not putting a bunch of stuff in it, dyes or things like that.
Yeah, and I think as a human being, we like consistency, even though some people might say they don't. But I mean,
I don't.
you want to go back and know, like, this Coke will always taste the same, or this Starbucks will taste the same.
Well, there's
I think that's like Starbucks, for instance. You can go anywhere in the country, and your Starbucks drink is probably going to taste
yeah, no, I think your daughter would disagree with that, but
pretty similar.
because some Starbucks are better than others.
Well, that's because they have a soft spot in their house, in their heart, for some locations. But
Yeah.
overall, I think that's the beauty of, like
Yeah. I
Starbucks.
get what you're
Like, you know
saying.
what you're gonna
Yes.
get.
Yeah.
Where if you go to a local coffee shop, their Americano is probably gonna taste different than a Starbucks Americano,
Good
you know?
point. Yeah.
So,
Totally.
anyway, so good clean wine. What are we drinking?
We are drinking the good clean spumante.
And tell them what the spumante means.
I think you have it more memorized than I do.
Well, spumante just is
I
bubbly.
mean, it's a sparkling.
It's a
Yeah.
sparkling.
And I
So
know that it's Italian. The spumante is Italian. That comes from Italy.
yes. And it's just, so this good clean wine is from Italy. It's a brut.
Hmm.
Um, in my mind, my mind goes to prosecco when I'm trying this, even though it's
Yeah.
not a prosecco. It has a prosecco vibe to it.
Yeah, it does.
Um, you know, but the word spumante means foaming in Italian, and it's just a general term for a type of sparkling wine made in Italy. So it's kind of a catch-all phrase that encompasses wines that are dry, sweet, semi-sweet, at a wide variety of price points. So you can use the word spumante, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be sweet or
I don't
dry
think that
or
this one is sweet
no.
either.
Like I said, I get a prosecco
You
kind
get
of
a prosecco. It's
profile to
fruity.
it.
It's like fruity.
Definitely fruity,
Yeah.
easy drinking, lots of little bubbles. Um, but very, very nice.
It's definitely fruity.
Mhm.
But no, I wouldn't say this is sweet. It's dry on the front too, and then it kind of has more of that fruity finish.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I like this. It's really good.
So you can check out Good Clean Wine at goodclean.wine.
And they ship.
Oh, yeah, they ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found out about Good Clean Wine a year ago or a year and
Mhm.
a half ago when we first started our whole wine journey on Instagram,
Yeah.
and, they sent us some bottles,
And
and we
everyone we tried, we were like, "Oh my gosh, this is
they're
so
all really
good."
good. I mean, even the Spumante, I think we tried it last time, and it's really, really nice. They do a Spumante Rosé, they've got a Good Clean White, a Good Clean Red,
Yeah, so if you're
or
looking for a wine that is like, yeah, sustainably farmed, biodynamic, and is actually standing behind the good, clean, label, it really is what it says it is. It's not a
yes.
gimmick thing. So this is the wine. If you're looking for that kind of wine, this is the one to get.
Yeah, order it online, tell them the Nashville Wine Duo told you about it, and,
Yep.
introduce yourselves to some good, clean wine. You like that?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that laugh is so crazy sometimes.
Woo! Tell them about this little show you've been watching on,
Oh my
what's it on,
gosh.
Peacock?
Yeah, it's on Peacock.
So,
I'm
what is
obsessed with
this?
it. What is this? So I get into shows. I like TV. I'm not gonna lie. I like TV.
Love TV.
I do love TV. I
Oh,
growing up,
it's your favorite
I think
pastime.
no. I mean, I think it's comforting to me,
Oh,
and
it's
I
like a little blankie.
no. Well, yeah, I
You
guess.
watch it roll up in your little
Listen, hey,
blankie.
stop. Growing up in my family, that was like we'd gather around together and we'd watch a movie or a show together, and
Mhm.
like we were the kind of family that most people would get annoyed with. Like we would comment on things when it's on, we'd like talk through it sometimes and like make comments on the show or whatever. Like, how people like sometimes are like, you have to be silent the whole entire time. Like, so I don't know, I think it was just like it's like a family memory I have where
Mhm.
we would all come together and like, sometimes we'd eat dinner together, watch a movie or a show. And yeah, so I can get really, really into shows. But honestly, so many of them like really suck now. Like shows aren't the same as they used to be. Like we used to watch Nick at Night. Me and my sister did, and like I do like wholesome shows that are like you can make a good story without having to have like all this crap that's in TV now. And um yeah, so if ever I find a really good one, I'm like, oh man, I freak out about it. And this show, I mean, there's a few things that are a little there. It's obviously an adult show.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't say it's got like it doesn't have like a bunch of like sexual things or things
I
like
don't
that in it.
I don't think it has an agenda.
It doesn't have an agenda. Yeah,
No,
I would agree. It's just
it's just
storytelling.
storytelling.
Um, and so it bounces back in the beginning. Well,
What's the name of the
it's
show?
called The Resort.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's called The
It's on
Resort. It's on
Peacock.
Peacock. And it starts out with this couple that basically they're going to this resort. They've been married they're on their 10-year wedding anniversary. And you can kind of tell things aren't like great between the two of them. They go on these ATVs. She falls down this mountain, this hill while they're driving the ATVs. She has a bad fall, hits her head, and then rolls over and sees this. What are those phones? What are they called?
Well, it looks
I
like a
mean,
razor phone or burner
yeah, it's
phone. It
a
looks like a
razor.
like the flip
It's
phone.
a flip phone
Yeah,
from, I mean, obviously in the
late 2000s,
no early 2000s.
early
What are
2000s.
you talking
I
about?
thought they
Late
said I
2000s?
thought no, or I said late 2000s.
It's like
I'm not
2007.
like in
That's the early 2000s, baby.
I'm just saying in the
We're
2000
still
decade.
in the early
And I'm just
2000s.
saying in the late, I said it wrong. In the late
Yeah.
2000 decade, like
And
2007.
okay, I see what you're saying.
You know
Between
what
like
I mean?
2000 and 2010. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. For us, that's what
So, yeah.
time is like.
Sorry. That's I totally
So she finds this phone. It's obviously broken, but the SIM card is still in it. She goes and gets another phone and put like from the same time period and puts the SIM card in it, and it's got all these pictures and texts, and she starts to research who this person is and finds out that it's a missing person from from a resort, not the same resort she's at, but from a different resort on the island from 15 years ago, and then becomes just obsessed with figuring out how this person disappeared. And it's just, I think the thing I love about it is it's got humor, it's got thrills to it. The acting is so good, and just like it's just an original story. I mean, you watched 2 episodes with me last night.
So how many episodes did you watch before you dragged me into it?
5, but we're rewatching them because
Right, and
there's
you
so many.
said the first 2 that you showed me, you've
Yeah,
already picked up things
that I
that
didn't see the first
right.
time. There's a lot of like Easter egg type stuff, but you feel almost like you're figuring out a
East
mystery.
oh, like Easter egg hunting, like
No, do you know what an
Easter egg
Easter egg
no,
is
I
in a
don't
show,
know.
baby?
No.
Oh, okay. Easter eggs are like basically kind of like things that are hidden that they put in the show that if you see it, you can kind of connect it to something else. It's
Gotcha.
like like a secret thing that like, oh, I didn't see that before, but I see it now, like something in a painting or whatever.
Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
Anyway, the show is so good. It's called The Resort. You need to watch it. I love
So
it.
bigger question, are you gonna continue to watch episodes without me?
No,
Or you're
no.
so you're not going
Well, I got to
to
get you caught up because Thursdays are the new episodes, but there's only a few left
so
because,
you're committing to not watching this without me? Because 'Cause I've
yeah,
come home and you're watching stuff that we've committed to watching together only.
yeah, I commit to it.
Alright, the audience heard you, so
Yeah, you need to watch this show though, seriously. Like, I'm a big critic of TV shows, and you started watching with me. What do you think?
yeah, it's entertaining. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, and you're only
2 episodes
yeah.
done.
Yeah, well, and since I have to go to bed early tonight, you might have to watch a show with me before you go to work. Because usually I'll wait, and I'm like, I wanna watch
Uh,
yeah, you don't have
yeah.
to go to work for another
Oh,
hour.
okay. Yeah.
Anyway, this has been fun. We hope that you're looking forward to fall, and if you are looking for a thriller and something to get you in the mood, yeah, for Halloween, this is a good one to watch. It's got thrills in it for
It
sure. Oh,
does?
yeah,
Okay, because I haven't seen that yet.
you'll see it. It comes up. Literally, I just told him I was in bed yesterday watching this, and, my stepdaughter came home, and the house was so quiet, and she opened her door, and I jumped so high in bed. I was like, "Oh my god."
So, check out The Resort
Yeah.
on Peacock.
Yep.
Check out Good Clean
Why don't you get
Wine.
some good clean wine and watch The Resort?
Yes. And, wait for fall to come. That's basically
Wait for
sums up
fall.
our podcast.
That's what our podcast is about.
All right,
And, get
everybody.
yourself a cresy laugh like DJ.
Yeah. Cheers,
Cheers.
baby.
Cheers to
The Resort.